Ooh. Gold has like a very strong support. Very strong support there in the daily time frame. Super strong. Look at this. We're just rejecting like this whole area over here. And I think it's because we're just trying to get away from the 4,000 psychological mark right now. Super strong support on gold. So right now the daily bias is waiting. I was kind of hoping we could get some sells. You can see 1, 2, 3, 4. I was kind of hoping we could get some sells, but we might struggle to get through this. We might struggle to get through that support there. Let's check. Next FOMC meetings in 16 days. It's not too far off. Catching up. Oh! We got dollar strength. I mean, we got... What? No, dollar weakness? We got dollar weakness? What? We got... How the hell did this go from 30 to 71.5? I was wondering why a price was kind of moving up today. I was like, okay, you know, I got some really nice buys this morning, but technically it was pretty good. But yeah, at the same time, I've just been wondering why price is also kind of like pulling up a bit more. Yeah, we got dollar weakness at 71.5% easing. So, wow, man, you see how the markets change? They change so fast. We've gone from not having rate cuts to now potentially having the rate cuts again, or a higher probability of having rate cuts towards the end of the year. So I'm going to be very, very cautious with the London session. I want to see price first move. Right now you can see the daily candlestick is like a doji candle, so I'm not going to like really mess around with this too much. I'm going to wait for a little bit of direction. If it's going to move up, let me see it flip up first. Then we can explore some ideas as we come up towards that daily resistance. But I should be trying to break out right now. Got like this area over here. Got resistance, resistance. Little break and retest to keep moving up to fill this area here. So that range is getting mopped up as we speak. And the range from this morning's trade also got mopped up quite nicely over there. Yeah, price shoot from here to here. Oh, sorry, my bad. It was actually, I think, from here to here. That range was roughly around 100 pips. Yeah, price moved up over there and then continued to push up. It just came down, small little retracement right here. Maybe Fibonacci retracement, could have been a golden zone, GZ. And then price shot up, man, skyrocketed on that 5-minute candle. No, 15-minute candlestick. Shut up like how much? 144 pips. Yeah, but this was the range. This was the main thing that I was eyeing out this morning. Get my lot size calculator here. Awesome. So that's what's kind of going to be driving the price of gold bullish now. Those interest rate cuts, those potential easings. Let's see, gold dips as dollar firms. Investors weigh on US rate outlook. Gold prices dropped for a third consecutive session on Monday as the dollar firmed. But that's what I don't get. Like, what does it mean dollar firmed? Dollar firmed? It doesn't seem like it though, with what's been anticipated with the rate cuts. While investors awaited more clarity on the US interest rate trajectory, the dollar index is up near 6 months highs. It's above 100, and if it continues to trade above 100, then there will be further pressure on gold prices. The probability of a Fed rate cut next month inched down to 69%. Monday after jumping to 74. Oh, it was at 74% even in the previous session. Wow, this is super volatile. I think it has something to do with the government shutdown and, you know, these numbers coming out now. That's creating some kind of a volatility when it comes to these numbers jumping up and down so much. Bets of rate cuts have surged to 74%. Okay, yeah, it surged crazy from like 40% on Friday following a dovish comments from the New York Fed President John Williams. Dovish comments. Oh, other Fed member maintained a hawkish stand. Dallas Federal Reserve President Lawyer Logan calling for leaving the policy rate on hold for a time. Trump wants those rates cut. But at least he got a few of those cuts. He got a few cuts. One of those cuts is going to be enough to keep Trump happy. Should we get another cut? While Fed President for Chicago and Cleveland both warned that cutting rates further right now carries a wide range of risks for the economy. Let's cut the rates. Cut it down. Like those. Have you guys ever seen those machines which cut down trees? It's insane. Like, a whole machine can cut down a tree in literally seconds. Something that could take a human maybe like, you know, half a day to do. That thing just chops it up. Choo, chops it up. Boom. And then like puts it all neat and everything. So we gotta get like a nice little cut over here like that. Next, so gold can go up. Next 3 to 5 weeks, we'll see a flattish to negative undertone in gold. Oh no, I don't want negative undertone and flattish in gold, as there is no major significant support coming for the bulls in the absence of geopolitical tensions. Yes. You see, it's all about the fundamentals, guys. It's all about the fundamentals. But at least on the technicals, we do have that support. It's holding, but without the fundamentals, you know, that's a perfect catalyst right there. US and Ukraine were set to continue work on Monday on a plan to end the war with Russia after agreeing to modify an earlier proposal that was widely seen as too favorable to Moscow. Hey, good morning. Elsewhere, spot silver was flat at $50 per ounce. All right, awesome. Yeah, I think we're all caught up here. That was a good one. Is it like all the same? Why are all the same here? Reuters is like spamming like Nightbot. 1 hour ago, 2 hours ago, 3 hours ago. Gold dips as dollar firms, investors weigh US rate cut bets. Gold dips on dollar firms, investors weigh US rate outlook. It's like they're just changing a few words. Gold dips as dollar firms, investors weigh US rate outlook. Wow, this is actually a funny strat. Look at the way Reuters are spamming TradingView here. Just slightly changing the headlines and maybe some kind of text in there too. Is it like the same text? Oh no, that didn't load. The pulled one down. Back to the printers. I really like journalism. I did journalism in university. I did a unit, or let's just say a unit in journalism. Like it was between that and something else that I didn't want to do, so I just picked that one. Yes, weakness. I think this move down was liquidity. You need to move up. It could be flipping here. We got about 0.05%. Need this to keep pushing up? Yes, sir. Yes, we do. Yes, we do. And I think, man, at this point, it's a super mixed bias, though. It's very mixed bias. But you see the flattish undertones of no geopolitical escalations. But at the same time, we have rate cuts probabilities going up. But at the same time, we have dollar strength, apparently. So we gotta wait. We really gotta wait. But I think if there's anywhere price is gonna go on gold, I feel like it's gonna be a buy. Just heavily due to the fact that we got 4,000 psychological mark right here. And we have some of that resistance or rejection wicks right over there. So we tapped right to 4K and then we're rejecting a bit. So that's what I think would be the scenario. Well, beautiful little accumulation right here, man. I wish we could take this. Wish we could take this. That was a beautiful one that happened right here too. This was during the pre-London. Oh, there's one right here, but kind of sketchy, that one. Boom, boom, boom. Oh, these ones are fucking clean. That was really clean. Pre-London right there. And then this one was also really good. It started like break above these highs. Boom, boom, boom. Small little retracement, but continue to move up bullish. Kind of like broke from this region, distributed upwards. Now we're setting something up again. But yeah, we gotta wait and see. With a sell would actually look quite decent. Daily time frame being still bearish, and you got some of those rejection wicks too. And the rebreak of the lows. If you haven't watched yesterday's simulation, well, you gotta watch yesterday's simulation. You have to watch that simulation. You gotta always stay focused. I have a gold buy from 4060. Tell me best stop loss. Heck, why even use a stop loss? You're already in the trade. Screw it. Why use stop loss, man? You already took the trade with no stop loss. Might as well see your gamble through and then, you know, learn a lesson from that. You know, sometimes when I look at my mistakes, I rather just... I'm so grateful for my mistakes because they happen early enough for me to learn from them, so I don't have to prolong that. You know, the way I look at failure and I look at mistakes is if I don't get it now, I'm bound to get it later. So whenever I get like a mistake, I'm thankful I got it now, so I don't have to deal with it later. I think your mental model in life should always be God wants to teach me something. God wants to teach me something from these lessons. So what's the lesson over here? That's how you get better. You don't get better by wins, right? Winning is the easy part. Once you start winning, it's just winning, right? But you get better from character development. Need this to keep. I have gold. Oh, let's see on Discord. Anybody take any trades over here? Holy. Oh, nice. Wow, look at this. How did you get such an entry like that? Beautiful little accumulation break, I think. This is on the, what, 15 minute? This is the one from this morning. Very nice. So you got a small little sell over here. I would like to see the range on the left-hand side, like where it's actually heading down towards. A tight stop loss. I think what you did over here is when the candlestick closed bearish, you waited for a top wick to be formed first, and then when it started reflipping, then you got in. That's what I'm assuming that was. Possible outlooks. To some FX, W journal. Yeah, this was such a nice simulation we did yesterday. It was basically risking 2% per trade, partials, securing partials, looking for low risk trades, zero drawdown. Maybe we're gonna catch a zero drawdown here too. The thing is, there's just no daily direction at this point. Like the daily time frame is at 0.07. Yeah, that's my safe entry approach. Oh yeah. It's always good. The market definitely can be a bit finicky sometimes. Like you think it's a top wick, it puts you in and then creates a higher top wick. But in hindsight, it's gonna look like it just went down. But it's always a safer thing to do. You know, even safer than waiting for the flip over here would be to wait for these lows to get broken. So if you gotta wait for a flip, you gotta wait for the low to get broken. Because sometimes it'll flip like this, doji, and then flip back upwards, then create a new higher high. But if it breaks the lows, it should confirm some kind of a momentum. And it's better to get a later entry than a entry that's too soon. Get too soon, then you're not sure whether, you know, it's the right move. Hey, good morning, good morning. I'm going long here, up to 75. Godspeed. Hi, bro. I'm a beginner trader. I know some basics of the market, how to move to the next level from here. You have to seek education. That's the only way that you're going to move up a level. You got to seek good education. That's it. That is it. You gotta learn. You gotta learn always. Don't chase the money. Don't chase results. Seek education, and then the rest will be like a byproduct. You know, it'll be just a byproduct of showing up, being disciplined, putting in the work, following your rules. That's all that money is. It's just a byproduct of following rules on a day-to-day basis. So you want those rules to be structured. You want to have structured rules that you're going to follow every single day. Because, you know, you got to be consistent. Nothing beats consistency in life. It's not about being perfect or having the best day of the week, just one good day. It's just about having a consistent day, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. All right? So you got to seek education. That's what I'm going to say. Man, that's the number one reason that I did not lose and take as long as I did to become profitable. Because from the beginning, I knew I had to seek education. And I knew if I was going to, if people were losing $500, I was hearing stories of people losing $10,000. Bro, I was like, no way. No way. I can't afford to you know, to pay that tuition fees. So I was like, okay, so let me seek the right type of education that can help me keep my risk low. So whenever I was looking for mentors, I was always looking for people who are going to teach me, like, how can I lose less? And you know, that's what I started focusing on. And through that, then it came the profits. What is this? Yes, weakness. I think this move down is liquidity to move up. People just want to now. That is not the best for trading. One and out. Oh, nice. Look at this. It's starting to break over here. Is it going to move bullish or is it going to move bearish? Still not yet broken. Came really close. It's like struggling right here by 40.64. $40.64. I think the journaling is a good learning day by day. Is that true? Yes. That's why also I have a journal here every day. Right now I'm on a pretty good streak, about 4-win streak. And every day we're going to take maybe 2 or 3 trades max. Right? 2 or 3 trades max, and then we're going to put it in the journal. We're going to journal this trade and we're going to reflect on that trade. Because, you know, like whenever you take a trade, you shouldn't be just thinking about the next trade. You should be reflecting on that trade. You know, like, was it a good trade? What was different about this trade? Was it a hard trade? Oh, look, now it's breaking. Was it a hard trade to get into? Was it an easy trade to get into? What was my gut feeling telling me at the time? Was the market trending? Is there any sort of a repetitive patterns happening? Is it happening at a specific time? What's the macroeconomic environment of the pair today? Was that acting as a catalyst for price to move up? You know, did I have my confluences present? Whatever those could be, SMAs, head and shoulders. And And like these things are what kind of like, you know, sharpens a sword every day. So even if you take like the weekend off, at least you've been putting in the work for the week, Monday to Friday, you know. So on the weekend, you gotta deserve like the break a bit more. Doesn't it feel good when you put in work and then you feel like, okay, you know, I deserve the break. I deserve the break now. And like every day for me, it's structured in a way where if I can hit all my daily tasks and goals, like I know at the end of the day, even if I end the day with free time, I've still done more than my enemy. You know, whoever that could be. I'll still push myself to the extreme that I think I can push in any given day. You know, so the last thing you want to have in your day is like really big chunks of free time. Because you're gonna have all that free time and you know, you're just gonna end up watching something on Netflix. That's what's gonna happen if you give yourself free time. That's a time you could have been using to make money or build a skill. Build a skill to make money. So that's what you gotta see. Like it's all about preemptive warfare. Every week is a preemptive warfare. So when you come on, when you're on the weekend, you gotta be getting ready for the week up ahead. You know, it's all preemptive warfare. So you're gonna have the easiest time to make sure everything goes smoothly. Now, if you don't journal your trades, if you don't want to seek education, then you know at that point, what you're doing is you're fighting a fight that you're not entirely ready for. And you know, that's never a good idea. Even professional fighters have to train. You know, they're gonna train, they're gonna go for camps, they're gonna go for their camps, their boot camps for what, a few months before the fight. And during those few months, those fighters, I think they barely see their families. They're locking on diet. They're locking on routine. It's like a boot camp before the main fight. You know, so basically trading is like a fight, man. Every week is a fight. Fight in the markets, fight outside the markets. If you got a lot of distractions, then you have to preempt those to the best of your abilities. And just set yourself good rules, good habits. Like for me, one of my habits is I got to make sure the dishes are done. You know, something simple like that. Dishes are done by the end of the day. By the time the end days, I don't want to wake up the next morning with dishes. So that's going to be the start of your day. You know, just small things, small little things like that. Small little things like that. Just keep things moving smoothly. So in trading, you got to have your trading plan. Have your trading plan. Tune into those simulation sessions. Sharpen your sword. Know what it is you're looking for. And then just wait. See, now the daily time frame is at 0%. 0%. We're just waiting over here. Look at this. It's just a doji. But it's just about ready to actually start flipping over there. It's trying to flip. You see, that's what we're waiting for. We're waiting on this direction. With the London session here, London session has no direction right now. So we just gotta sit on our hands a bit. I wouldn't mind the sells because, you know, the sells could move a lot faster, I feel. I mean, buys, you know, buys whatever, but I feel like the sells could move a lot faster. And we could be looking at that $4,000 mark as a potential magnet over there. It's only about 642 pips away. In theory, we could do it on this daily candlestick. It's really not that far off. It could be met. See, like Woods over here, Woods says he's sick, but he still showed up. He still showed up. You know, so if there's... what's this? This is when I ask for all the problems, when I'm at my worst. Exactly. Exactly. It's like in the movies, right? When the guy is at his worst, he's like, give me more. Give me more failure. Give me more struggles. Let's go. God never gives you a struggle that you can't handle. And you know, what a blessing. What a blessing it is to be under pressure every day. Because you know that means when you're under pressure, it means that things are expected of you. Now, I feel trading is so lonely working. I want to ask you how to manage about your feeling about that. Oh, trading being lonely? Yeah, that's why, you know, we got a community over here. We got a YouTube community. We got Discord community and the exclusive, you know, all of these things. Because, you know, trading is a lonely sport. It's a lonely game, trading. So I think like just being part of communities like this, you know, could be pretty good. You're just gonna get some advice, some tips, help on your patience, waiting, learning from other community members such as this. People send in their journal styles of journaling over here, and you're like, wow, okay, so that's interesting. Or, you know, some other people, they're gonna send you maybe their funded account certificates like this, and then maybe you can, you know, kind of like pick their brains a bit or something. You know what I mean? That's the whole idea behind a community. Because trading is a lonely game. You know, there's no we in trading. If there's gonna be a trade taken here on stream today, there's no we. There's only you yourself. Yeah, that's pretty much, because if you're gonna take a trade, you're gonna win or you're gonna lose. So there's no we. There is no we. Unless you're French. Good one, good one. Oui. Croissant. Haven't had a good croissant in a while. Negative 0.07%. Dobry dzień. Как делашки? Как твоё делашки там? Доброе утро. Доброй ночи. Я жду для это Stranger Things. Я жду Stranger Things. Who was a Russian in Stranger Things? When is Stranger Things coming out? Is it already out? New season? Did it come out on 21st? That was on Friday though. Not yet? Oh. Yeah, just waiting for that. 27th. Oh, 27th. When's that? Oh, Thursday. Yeah, it's gonna be sick. Last season. Last season of Stranger Things. You're watching season 4? I think I gotta watch one of those YouTube recaps, you know? One of those recap videos. This thing is like really lagging. We got like support over here. We got resistance. Now the perfect time to drink some water and just sit on your hands. Yeah, but the breakout should be big. We should be seeing something, some really nice breakout here soon. This has just become like a no trade zone. So we're gonna label this no trade zone. We're gonna wait and see what direction it wants to go, because the London session is still deciding what direction it wants. There at the daily flip. A pretty nice range here. It's about like 58 pips below 40, 59, 40, 60 over there. Because if you're looking at the buys, sure, with this accumulation, it could get through these levels, but definitely the sells have the area of least resistance. Like the sells look a lot more smoother to come down. But we're gonna wait and see. Oh, even with that 8 SMA there, it would be nice. Let's see like this candle here flip bearish. Definitely sitting at accumulation right now. This is a very nice accumulation right here. No trade zone. Willing to short now from 58 on a decent entry. Let's see how big this range is here. This is 93 points. This is one of the best communities you will ever see. Thank you. Total trader, appreciate. Can you look at GJ? All right. Yeah, look at this. Black Friday black hole over here. On trading view. The black hole. Black holes. And this thing is like warping. How does a black hole even look? This is what we think it looks like. Looks like a saucer. Like a flying saucer. Wow, wow, wow. Then that's the anti-gravity in the middle over here. So you don't get whiplash when it moves like a lightning speed. So your neck doesn't break. You gotta figure out anti-gravity over here. Yeah, let's look at oh, gold has come down. It's come down to 80,500. It's completely filled the range that we spoke about. I mean, not gold, but Bitcoin. Sorry, my bad. Yeah, look at this. Bitcoin has filled the range that we spoke about here using TFX concepts. Amazing. Very nice. Now let's go and look at GJ. GJ on the daily time frame looks like it's still moving up. Small little liquidity grab that happened below support. Now we're starting to break above resistance. It's doing a small little break and retest. It's trying to push up right now. The daily time frame is up about 0.25%. See, the 4-hour has some pretty nice range from here to here. I would say more bullish. It's definitely giving me more bullish tones. Got some small speed bump there on the hourly time frame. We got resistance, small little accumulation. What it's essentially trying to do right now, it's trying to respect the zone that it just broke above, like small little break and retest, so it can try and move up bullish. That's what it's trying to do right now. See, it already like broke from this little accumulation right over here too. Boom, boom. Nice little break and retest of that. I think, let me see how many pips this was. Did about like 20 pips on that break. Yeah, but definitely more bullish undertones than anything else in GJ. Not sure fundamentally. Nothing looks too interesting. But GJ just looks so terrible on the lower time frames. It's so choppy, so low liquidity. I don't like trading GJ anymore, but that's what it looks like. Small little liquidity grab over here too. Got a pretty long wick below there. Little 8 SMA confluence, still trying to hold price up. Could be a false resistance. Sometimes markets gives you like this illusion that it wants to push down, but it'll just keep pushing up. Just got the small little resistance here by 205, but I think on GJ the only thing that looks clean is maybe the higher time frames, and maybe if you can get through like 205 500-ish area over here by resistance, then price can keep moving up towards that next resistance point right here. It's about like 25 pips, because now it's already filled some of this range from that breakout over here. So I think it's just setting up to see maybe even a potential continuation from this point. It'll break out from this area to keep trying to move above that resistance, right? Then we're heading towards psychological mark 205,600. Oops. What is this? Universe size comparison. Planet size versus Milky Way, Black Eye, Ceres, Pluto, Mercury. Wait, did it already do Earth? Oh, there's Earth. Hey, that's where we are. And then we got Kelper 22b. What is Kelper 22b? Exoplanet. Ooh, looks cold over there. Neptune. Neptune's blue. Uranus. Yeah, you know, at some point it gets so big that I don't even know the difference anymore. It just looks like a ball. But holy, imagine taking a flight without technology from this side of this planet. What is this? Stephenson. Imagine taking a flight from here to here. I wonder how long that's gonna take. 2.9 billion kilometers. NGC. Wow, this is crazy. There's a Black Eye, Milky Way, Andromeda. Virgo. Oh, this is me. This is me. I'm a Virgo. Super cluster. 110 million light years. Oh, this shit looks so cool. Laniakea supercluster. It looks like, it starts to look like a brain, like how a brain looks like wires and stuff. Receptors. Yeah, very nice. Observable universe. Wow. Tiny. You're what? I'm a Virgo. A horoscope. In horoscopes, Virgo. Virgo. Voyager has been out for nearly 50 years now and hasn't made a light day until now. Damn. Capricorn representing. When's your birthday? September. Okay, yeah, it looks like London session is going to be a bit quiet here because Goldie is just straight up accumulating. It's just not doing nothing. You got to like poke it with a stick or something. You could probably catch some trades within this 90 pip range, but it's not the most ideal situation. You kind of want to see price break out first and then give you the continuation. Some kind of a continuation play. Then we can see that momentum. Now when it starts running, right? When it starts running, that's when the chase is on. But right now it's, yeah, I mean, like, what's the probability if you're going to take a buy or sell here that price is going to move? Yeah, come on, do something. Beautiful breakout from the pre-London session though. Like, it's just accumulating above that previous one right there. Looking for that continuation. You're going to see a replication of this. Replication to see if price can either now give us a reversal confirmation play. That would be the case if it breaks below 40.58. You got a reversal confirmation play right here with that clean traffic down towards like 40.52. If it doesn't, if it respects this zone, then, you know, price can re-break the highs over here and then keep moving up bullish. But this is the area that we're in. It's kind of like a nice little break and retest. I'm sure if you pulled out a fib from here to here, it would be like a golden zone Fibonacci with a break and retest. Nice little reaction right over there. Pushed up with like 78 pips. So we got to wait. Yeah, I thought it was going up because setup was valid, but volume is crap. Yeah, no volume. That's the thing. You can't trade without volume. It's very difficult. That's why I don't look at instruments much like GJ, because with GJ with low volume, it can take a while. You know, the longest trade we ever had on stream was a scalp. It was I think, how long were we in that late? Like 1.5 hours. It was like, I think it was a GJ trade. Big stop loss. Actually, not even a big stop loss. It was just low volume. So sometimes with low volume, even if you got like a 16 pip stop loss, it could sometimes look like that too. If it's like really low volume, right? It could look like this. They were stuck in this trade for like an hour and a half. It eventually did play out. But that's what you get. Bro, I can see what is the market doing, like making higher high, higher low, or support or resistance consolidation, but I can't find what to do next. Can you help me? Yeah, I mean, like, it's good that you can already see this, but you just gotta have confirmations. That's what you're missing. You're missing confirmations for entries. So you don't have a strategy. That's the problem. So yeah, I think I can help you, but you know, you just tune into the streams and then watch the way we trade, and I think you're gonna get an idea of what like a confirmation is that we're looking for. Because if you even see right now in our daily bias, it's still saying waiting, right? It's telling us waiting because there's no direction. Yes, you can see consolidation. Yes, you can see higher highs or higher lows, but where is there a direction? You know, you got to ask yourself that question as well. Do you have direction? Is that showing you direction, or are you just seeing the market? Because we all see the market, right? If you show a 5-year-old this, maybe they're going to see the market and also give you some kind of analysis there. But the question is, can you refine that into an entry and an entry model that you can take over and over again? So you got to really work on your strategy and your confirmations. Because for me right now, there is a setup. The setup could be at the break of these areas, even maybe at the break of that high or that low. But I'm still waiting on a confirmation of direction, which is up over here. Why don't you trade GU? Just same reason I don't trade anything else, because I don't need to. Ooh, pimple pop. I think it's going up. Pimple pop it. Volcano. The volcano. Anyone put up Christmas trees yet? It is about to be that time of year where you gotta put your Christmas trees. Jingle bells, jingle bells. Yeah, your wife already made yours? Oh, nice. Do you use real tree or fake tree? Get it out of the closet once in a year. Get that thing out. Fake tree, same every year. Yeah, some places you can't get the real trees too as well. Then the worst is when the real trees start to dry out. Then those things start falling off. You gotta take it out the house and the whole house is crazy. Fake tree? Fake tree? No mess. Plastic. Yeah, this thing's trying to break. We got a small little accumulation here though. It's trying to break from this small little accumulation. And then it's leading up into a bigger accumulation. Small to big. That ripple effect, right? That's what you see on the higher time frames. When the daily candlestick goes like, whoop. It's all starting from like a baby setup. Baby setup into a bigger setup. I think that's why TradingView gave you this tool over here. Where is that tool? Yeah, you see this? It's like here from the baby setup to the bigger setup. Anybody use this? Anybody who learned how to use this in the chat? Fibonacci circles. I really wonder what the hell this is. How the heck do you even like plot this thing? Markets don't even move in circles, so how would you use this? Confess anybody who's ever used it in the chat. This is your time to confess. Lol, it's the 9th planet. What do you think of order flow as a strategy? I think order flow as a concept is, you know, it is a flow of orders. So for me, that makes sense. So we're just going to break it down. Yeah. What is order flow? Flow of orders. So yes, that we can say that that's true. The market has a flow. See, just like this, a flow of orders. Okay. Now what's the next step? How can we read this flow of orders? You know, how can we read them? You're going to use price action. You got to learn how to read candlesticks. That's one way of reading them. Another way of reading them, I guess you're going to use like, you know, whatever it is that you use. Point of control, auto flow, bookmap, bookmap. Those things, as long as you know whatever works for you, works for you. But I think at the end of the day, when you keep them bare bone basics, those always work the best. Bare bone basics. So if you got order flow, it's a flow of orders, and then you just trade what you see. You see, like here, the order flow is accumulation. So it's building up orders in this accumulation. You see, this is the first breakout I was talking about. It's a first breakout, it's a mini breakout, right? But it's within an accumulation. So with this amount of orders here, they're going to have to distribute. And when you distribute, then we get those reactions. Then we got those TFX concepts, right? So that's the way I look at order flow. So I just understand that and then use bare bone basics to trade. Bare bone basics to trade. You can never go wrong with bare bone basics. That's why you would even sometimes rather enjoy like a fresh seafood right from the ocean. You know, get your calamari, get your octopus, get your, you know, whatever you like to eat, your tuna, prawns, whatever it is that floats your boat. Man, that's so much nicer. And you throw that on the barbie, you throw it on the grill, and then you grill that. Oh man, it tastes so good. But it's so simple. It's so simple. It's only because it's such a fresh ingredient that you don't even need to do anything to it. Right? You don't need to like spruce it up or anything. As opposed to maybe you're in the city and you go to a fancy restaurant and they cook up some things like, I don't know. I think the simple stuff done well, much better. So for me, trading done simple and well, it's a lot better than trading done with complications. See this? Beautiful, beautiful breakout. I see mini little breakout over here, 25 pips. That's what I was saying. You see mini accumulation right here. Mini accumulation coming into the bigger accumulation. This one failed though. This one failed. This one pushed up. Let's see. This one pushed up. How many pips was this? Like 9-10 pips. 9-10 pips. No, actually about like 12-13, and then failed. It took out the liquidity right over here, and then it set up again. Then it set it up again. Rebreak of the highs, and then that one pushed up around 26 pips. Pretty good. Watch the simulate. Man, if you're new to the stream, just watch the previous simulation we did on Sunday. Watch our simulation on Sunday. So you just go on my channel, and then it should be on new uploads. Fake tree, everything. Oh, let's see. What's this? I don't know what this is. I got after red candle that we green on prop firm. Oh, but you didn't take the full. The green is your entry. Or what? Oh, you got your. I'm not sure what happened there. You should just take the full. Oh, wait, my bad. Actually, the full picture is here. I have to extend it more. Ah. Candle close above resistance, break above. Pretty good. See, you can catch a trade within the range, right? But you're trading within the range. So if you want like a running position, it may be a bit tricky until we actually start breaking the highs. The highs of the range, but it seems like it's starting to gear up a little bit more. It's starting to gear up here by 40.67. You just made me hungry. Loving this. Wizards loving this. Noted rather try TFX concepts. Yeah, you gotta try everything, right? In trading, you just gotta try everything, and you gotta learn a little bit from everything, and that's kind of helping you also understand the market as a whole. You draw a target on screen where you want TP to be, and you throw your mouse at the screen. Even a nice simple steak. Nice simple steak. You get like a perfect cut of beef, and then all you gotta do is salt and pepper that thing properly, and then throw it on the skillet or whatever. Simple steak. Cook it to perfection. Simple ingredients. Timing is key. Timing. Let's let it cook. Boom. There you go. 5 minute shotgun by setting up. Let's see. 5 minute shotgun. Yeah, close above here. Do. Break the highs, man. It's just got like resistance here by 4067. That's the only problem. 4067. But once you get through 4067, you got like a wick fill situation over here. That's about like 54 pips wick fill towards that resistance. But yeah, it's quite a tricky area. You know, that's why price is accumulating. That's why you're seeing candlesticks move like this. Because we're getting ready to break above these highs, but we can't do that without volume. So you got to read the market. You got to understand the language of the market. You know, the market is speaking to you, right? It uses a language, but it's its own language, correct? It moves up, sideways, and bearish. It's its own language. So you got to learn the language of the market. I wish there was an Audible, or what do you call it? Duolingo for markets. Wouldn't that be nice? Because it is like learning a language, right? You just have to kind of like decrypt the patterns. Just like, you know, when we find ancient civilizations, we always have to look at their tablets and their scripture or whatever, and then we gotta like decrypt it and look at the patterns. And then through the patterns, we gotta start making sense of it. Because it's not a straightforward language. So what patterns are forming here in the market? What patterns are these that you typically see before things typically happen? What pattern is this? What pattern is that? You know, and then the context as well matters. Just like any language, right? And context matters. Sometimes matters. You say the same thing, but in a different context, it can mean something different too. So, you know, here over here, look at what it's doing and where it's at by 4067. So it's trying to accumulate so it can actually break that level. It's trying to get some orders to break that level over there. So right now we're at 0.03%. There's still no trend. Hey, good morning. Good morning. Vic, how do you have NT zone? How do you have NT zone of plus 100 pips? Not sure what you mean. What NT zone? Oh, no trade. Oh, how do I have a no trade zone of plus 100 pips? Because I'm waiting for the breakout. I want to see price break this area. Just into resistance. Yeah, that 5 minute like needs to close above this area, at least 4067. But it's kind of annoying because it's such a long wick over here. So if anything, what you're expecting is like a wick fill. Would have been nicer if the wick was smaller, then we wouldn't have this kind of like a rejection over here. You know, it's a pretty big rejection. This is about like 58 pips. They're trying to break above it. I think even on that daily time frame with that daily support and those daily this whole daily support area over here by $4,000, like have that rejection as well, will look pretty nice, I guess, to move upwards. The only thing is like with sells just move easier. With buys, I feel like buys usually it's much better with like a bit more directional bias. I hope you all enjoyed your weekend. Hope you all enjoyed the weekend. I got a week ahead of us. Of locking in. Yeah, I really gotta lock in this week. I'm already slightly up again, 12%. I'm aiming for around like 15%. 15 plus percent. 15, that would be nice. I don't know about catching runners. I don't like catching too many runners in a month. Maybe like one or two. I only caught one so far this month. Yeah, this morning straight also ran pretty nice too. I should have caught a runner there. There's a nice little breaky. Breaky of the highs once that support was formed right there on that mini accumulation. Little SMA crossover too with a breakout of the big accumulation as confluence for a much bigger move. Clean range on the 15-minute too. Clean range all the way up to like 40.60. I got mopped up nicely with a 15-minute confluence. 8 SMA holding price right there by the entries on the 15-minute time frame as well. Boom, boom, boom. And then shot up. So, man, this is nothing new. We covered this in yesterday's simulation. See this? Nice little break and retest. Clean traffic. Then price continued to move bullish. See that? That's a flow that you want. You want to have a flow of reading PA that, you know, for you, it's so easy that you can just visualize it. And if someone was to wake you up at 3 a.m. in the morning and ask you to explain the setup, then you could explain the setup. Like if someone called me at 3 a.m. in the morning and asked me to explain that setup from today, I'm just going to explain that setup. They're like, oh yeah, we got that 15-minute clean range, SMAs, you know? That's how trading should be like. It should be so fluid for you, so natural. So, you know, that's only going to come with experience though. Once you have like a system, you do it over and over and over and over and over again. Then you know exactly what it is that makes a good trade a good trade. Oh, it's like baby inverted head and shoulders here. Left shoulder, head, right shoulder, push above, clean range. Accumulation, break, false, fake accumulation, back into the range, mopped up liquidity here to set it up again to distribute properly. But it's overall stuck in the range with the context of where we are on the 5-minute, that 5-minute resistance on the left-hand side. But at the same time, the daily is trying to prop this thing up. If you look at the daily time frame, it's kind of like pulling up, right? It's pulling up, it's creating this structure as well. That's why you see those daily rejection wicks there by the lows. So if you're going to read on the lower time frames, you're always having this fractal idea of what markets are doing. You see that's a daily is doing this. It's pulling up. It's even reflipping over there from this general region right here. So I think like all this just kind of like helps. It helps when you're able to think a bit. Oh, there's a really good book maybe I could recommend. It's called something Thinking Fast and Slow. Let me try and Google it. Thinking fast and slow. Wait. Think Fast and Slow book. This is an Audible that I really enjoyed listening to back in the days. Thinking Fast and Slow. Yeah, by Daniel Kahneman. Writers of Nobel Prize in Economics. Thinking fast and slow. That's what you gotta do. You gotta think fast and you gotta think slow. You know, it sounds counterintuitive. Sounds well, what's the word? Or you know, like when one thing can mean two things. That's like what the market is as well. That's why people get analysis paralysis, because you can be right on a sell. Some people can have an A+ setup for a sell. Some people can have an A+ setup for a buy. It's like contradicting. Yeah, it's like contradicting, oxymoron. Yeah, so it's a pretty nice book. Paradox. Yeah, exactly. Thank you. It's like a paradox. I gave my profits away Friday, though, got greedy. Yeah, you ruined it. Gotta stop ruining it. So if you got like a profitable day today, don't ruin it. Don't ruin it. You can enjoy the rest of your day. You can enjoy the day, you know, you're gonna say you could call it a day now. For most people, they will benefit off just having a winning day, remain a winning day, and then calling it a day, then going on over to the next day. Because you see now you're gonna ruin it by sitting around here wanting to take another trade you're gonna end up taking a trade in an accumulation. I think it's because the buys majorly played out already throughout the early sessions. It's a nice little buys over here. I think the daily already saw like 0.40% too. Let's see, since the market opened, we saw about 0.60%. Wow, we were really bearish at some point here today. But at the same time, we don't have any fundamentals. You know, these are just like orange folders, so we're in the green regarding fundamental work. Core PPI tomorrow, core retail sales. Oh, we got red folders tomorrow, quite important. It's gonna be a crazy day. Wednesday we have prelim GDP, core PC price index, inflation data coming out, and then we got a bank holiday on Thursday. Oh, I think we're still gonna stream though. And then we have, that's it. Yeah, and that's it. Let's see how volume is on the bank holiday. Yeah, but that's it. That's it. We have pretty important data coming out this week. It's the last week of the month, which is a bit odd because we don't typically get those fundamentals this late into the month. But obviously, like, conditions right now are not normal. So we've been getting like those red folders happening later. Should be done. Actually, typically we're already done by this time with red folders. It's just normal trading. Come on, Goldie. Can we break 40, 67? It's about to rip. This thing's about to have a move. Because that hourly time frame has also not really had a move. These previous 2 hours have been stuck in a range. You can see right here and here. Broke into it on that one and then got stuck 1, 2. Got about 57 minutes. Oh, that's a new hourly open actually. This new hourly candlestick just opened up here. So it's still pretty fresh. It hasn't had a distribution yet. After red folders, Thursday could serve as continuation from the direction the fundamentals set. Exactly. Like once we get those red folders, they're also gonna create like direction, you know. So it's gonna be really nice. At least so we don't get stuck and caught up in a situation like this too much. Hopefully like this, if this is gonna happen this week, it could be also quite interesting because like on days of red folders, you might see price consolidate like this before the session opens. Then maybe have one abrupt move, and then shortly after, then the news comes out. So that's also something that just gotta be cautious of. Cautious of markets moving sideways like that. Getting quite a few wicks building up there too. M15 looks like its hair stand on the head on end. It looks like the hairs from Ed, Ed, and Eddie. Ed, Ed, and Eddie. This cartoon. Remember this cartoon? Looks like this guy's hairs over here. Got like three really nice hairs there. 1, 2, 3. Like even double D's hairs. Is it double D? Or Bart Simpson? more like Homer's hairs. Yeah, because Bart's got the kind of like spiky. And the Homer got some lines over here. Let's see. Bart, we gotta do the line graph. This is a Bart Simpson haircut right here. Gotta hit it with a line graph. Get that Bart fade. So this is a Bart right here. Yeah, look at this. Now it's starting to break. It's trying to break. Come on, just move.
Why are you running?
Come on, just give us distribution. You know, it's okay even if it distributes heavy. That's kind of what I want to see. I want to see a heavy distribution, even like push up like this. That's what I want to see. Oh, it's broken now. Yeah, it's finally starting to break now. It's now this is when that the price should actually kind of like have a reaction, kind of get us out from this zone. Oh wow, that was a quick 20. Holy. Got some orders coming in and out quite fast on that one. Right as it started breaking above the highs. Up like 0.10% now. Legendary cartoon. Yes, sir, man. They just don't make them anymore like that. You could actually see the artists put time into those drawings and everything. Nowadays, everything is like smooth edges and all CGI kind of looking. Hey, Shalu, good morning. It's a bit dangerous right now. It could be a shark somewhere around here. Oh, one shark here, and then the second one played out, and then there's a second one here. It's still played out, but kind of like aggressive pullback. But you know what I liked about that Ed and Eddie show? Like that one Ed, the main guy Ed, that guy was actually quite a grinder. Like basically every time he was always thinking of how to make money. Like literally every episode. And he never gave up. He never gave, like getting those jawbreakers. Man, the guy never gave up. Every day was a mission to buy a jawbreaker. So it was like, how can we make money today so we can get a jawbreaker? Man, that guy had some serious Grit. When gonna entry? I want to wait, see if price pushes up here a little bit more. Yeah, that was a hustler. The OG hustler. And damn, he used to fail so much. Remember, like, so many episodes that guy was always failing. And he would always get so close to it and then fail. But then, you know, sometimes he would get it and he would just, like, really enjoy that jawbreaker. So I think it was, like, very nice life lessons in that too. Gold holds steady as Fed rate cut bets offset dollar strength. Yeah, I used to freaking hate jawbreakers. So hard to eat those things. Like, you seriously gotta lick on it until it's weak enough to... You see, and then that as well. You gotta lick on it. You gotta lick, you know, jawbreaker, it's not nice to eat jawbreaker. It's quite difficult. But once it's weak enough and then you can finally, you know, like kind of break it up. Oh man, isn't that like the best part? That's like the sweetest part, right? That's kind of like the part you're working for. So you just gotta lick on that thing. It's like sandpaper even feeling like on your tongue for some time. And then once you get to the middle, you're like, damn, that's so satisfying. See, like pretty good life lessons in these things. Yeah, this thing's now moving up over here. We had them in the UK like eating a golf ball. Yeah, exactly. Man, some of them you just couldn't eat them. Some of them were just too big. This thing's distributing nicely. See, we're getting the breaky, guys. That's why I said the market's like a language. It's just... Oh, look at this. You see? It's like a language, chat. It's like a language. It's telling you what it's doing. It's accumulating so it can break above these highs. Quite difficult. Quite difficult. So it needs orders. It needs build up. That's what the market's job is. It's to find orders, to build those orders up so it can distribute those orders. Now it's paying people off. So for me, I didn't get my confirmation, so I didn't take it. But you know, anybody who took this move, like pretty good. Like the setup is there. The structure is there and everything. But yeah, I'm still kind of waiting on here for a little bit longer. It might be like the trade we took on Thursday last week, where it's like, you know, we kind of missed on like a couple of them until we got the one that we wanted. Then executed on that. It was pretty good. Translated, then predicted then. Yeah, it's translated here. Translated here. It translated, then predicted. Yeah, I mean, that's it. That's it. That's what we said. We translated it. We explained to you it was trying to break the highs. And then we predicted it as the price was trying to break above these highs. Those are the entry models. There was one like right here. That was a major one. And then there was a smaller one that we spoke about down over here too. That's the one that also played out. Nice little push over there. And then there was this one we also spoke about. But this one like only gave like 12 pips and then came down. Took out the lows. Second one gave about a 26 pips. And now the third one that we spoke about is giving about 60 pips. But for me, I'm still waiting. If you took it, very good. Very good for you. Gotta build that confidence. Execute on things that you know you feel good about. Because risk is discretionary. You know, setup is there, but do you feel good about it? You know, no two traders are going to be the exact same way. If you learn from TFX or if you learn from ICT, you cannot be TFX and you cannot be ICT. You can only be the best Sagna. You can only be the best Bruce, Jared, Arshad. That's all that you can be. Now this thing is trying to still push up over here. 0.20%. Nice. See it come up a little bit more. No rush. No rush. It's okay. Just let it go. The market is full and abundant of moves. So much abundance in here that you should never approach market from a point of scarcity. When you approach market from a point of scarcity, that's when you start to feel FOMO. Like, oh man, I missed this move. And oh man, I don't know if I'm going to catch the next move. The market's abundant of moves. And once you realize that, like trading and waiting and everything else becomes a lot easier. Accepting that you can miss a move. Man, like that's the biggest lesson I ever learned was accepting missing moves. Biggest lesson that I ever learned. Because you know, when you're trading, especially when you're paper trading for like 2 months, 3 months, watching these breakouts, before I started taking impulsive entries on accumulation breaks, I used to watch for like maybe 2 or 3 months. accepting those trades as missed trades, so you can just watch them play out. That's the most powerful lesson. I think that really helped me build my patience, because some people can't paper trade. Man, some people, they're gonna have a new idea today and already start executing on that new idea on their live accounts and say, oh, I'm just trying something out. You know, some people just don't have the patience to just even paper trade, which is insane, because why risk money on an idea that you're just trying? Like if it's like a brand new idea, I think even with a live account, if you're just learning to trade, you first paper trade, correct? You just see how it plays out a few times, and then you start executing with a live account. You know, like when I loaded up my first account was like $200. I was loading it up with concepts that I had seen play out from somebody I was learning from, and then I was ready to now replicate that, like to take the same positions, and then, you know, see what works and what doesn't work. But I know it's very difficult, man. Patience is super difficult in the beginning. You know, looking back at it now, it was very difficult for me to not have a new idea and then pour test that in real time, if I'm being truthfully honest. But I think the most disciplined approach is just to watch it first play out a few times. It'll save yourself some money. Because what happens is when you're doing it with real money and you're just trying a new thing out, you end up strategy hopping a lot. So if it doesn't work out for, let's say, then for 5 trades, if you don't get the results that you want 5 trades, then it's like easier for you to strategy hop, because it's like you're trying to make money, right? You're trying to like get this thing. But if you're just paper trading it, you're more patient with it. But looking back at it now, I think that's actually what I was doing a lot, was strategy hopping, or looking to refine something every single day, which is good because you iron out through everything, but you don't want to cost you a lot of money. So at the same time I was doing that, I was also reducing my risk. I used to use only 0.5% risk. 0.5% risk per trade. True, only been trading for a bit over a month, and impatience sometimes takes over. It's gonna take over. I think it's like, honestly speaking, I think it was around the 6th month that my trading brain, you know, when you start trading and you know nothing about trading, you got like a baby's brain. And the baby brain, it has to mature, because maturity in the real world is different from maturity in the markets. There are 2 different things. Right, so I think around the 6th month is when my brain started to kind of like mature into, like, you know, a teenager, kind of like into a teenage mindset over there. I was like getting a little bit better, but it definitely will require some character development, and that's why we say time is a very important thing, and that's why wise people, that's why I say the wise learn from other people's mistake. So if you're wise, you're gonna learn from other people's mistakes. You can save yourself more of this precious thing over here that we call time. Because some people, they're gonna take 5 years, 6 years, 7 years trading, and it's just taking them too long. How long have you been trading? 6 years. 6 years by the end of this year. Because I started in I started trading in December 2019, like maybe around December 17th, like mid-December 2019. So I'm going into my 6th year. What trade? When is trading starting to click for you? I think like maybe around the 10th month in, 11 month in. For that whole year, I pretty much had a part-time job, and you know, I was blessed enough at the time. Now I look at it as a blessing, COVID. So with COVID, most of the work that we were doing was home-based work. I also had a part-time job, literally was not working that much at all. And the whole time I was just sitting on the charts for that whole year. I was just every day looking at the charts. And I was looking at Asia, London, and New York. Basically, my whole day was consumed by trading. Like literally everything I was doing was just trading. Audiobooks. When I go to work in the morning, I would listen to like audiobooks about trading. Sometimes I had to go to work, sometimes not, but most part I didn't. I would just listen to audiobooks. Whenever I had like free time or just, chilling. The whole thing was just trading. Everything was just trading for that whole year. It was like a year boot camp of trading. Nothing else. Trading, looking at everybody in the industry, Q Banks, like all these guys, JP Savage, like a bunch of random people's names you probably don't know. Learning from a lot of these traders in Singapore, the Singaporean traders. Learning from a few guys in Canada. Some South Africans. I was looking more at like lifestyle for South Africans. Man, like literally everybody. I learned from everybody, from hedge fund managers to just retail guys in Miami who like also flaunt the lifestyle, and just learning everybody. Like we got Anthony's World, we got Daniel Savage, we got a bunch of people, just every single body. Like everybody, I was catching all the bodies. I was just turning all the stones. I was flipping all the stones. Oh, we got Squawk Box. I started looking at Squawk Box. I started looking at order flow is where I stopped, because order flow it just got a bit too rocket sciencey for me at order flow. I stopped at order flow, but yeah, that's what it is, man. You throw shit on the wall and then you just wait for something to stick. All right, some people don't even want to throw the shit on the wall because they're afraid of failure. I was ready to embrace failure. I was ready to go through everything. And that's how it is when you start a journey and start like a business. Any business you start, even if you're in the ice cream selling business, you don't know who are the players in the ice cream selling business in your location. Who are these guys? How do they make the ice cream? What ice cream machine do they use? What kind of flavors do they have? And then you start comparing that to international competition. Like, who are these guys abroad? What kind of ice cream do they do? What machines they use? Etc. etc. It's the same process for anything. That's why I think, like, success in life, it's really just, if you lock in the process, I don't see a reason why you cannot replicate it. Why you cannot replicate that. I want to make a pizza restaurant. It's the same thing. You got to look at all the mentors out there for pizza. Sounds like my days off. I try to catch all the sessions, and you learn a lot, man. Like your eyes, there's something about that. Like you just watching and just showing up every day. It's like you're learning subconsciously as well, right? That's why even when you're a kid, and you see the way your parents are gonna dress and get ready for the day, the smells, everything like that. You're just all learning those things subconsciously. So it's the same thing. Like just being in the presence of that, it also does help a lot. Even if you feel like you haven't put any much work in today, it's still something that you showed up, right? See, like right now we're working on patience. That's what we're developing here, just by showing up. It's just being patient. And look at how fast candlesticks move. And look at this beautiful little setup over here. It's trying to break from this area, but we're still waiting. And we're just understanding the flow, the order flow. We're just understanding how markets move when they move and how markets move when they don't move. Because there's a difference. It's a very nuanced thing, but there's a way that markets move when they're slow as opposed to when they're really paying out, correct? But did he ever give up? Oh, Eddie? No, I think the way that show ended, it ended in a weird way. It ended when they were old. They became old. And I don't know if it's like a dream. That the guy was dreaming all of that or something like it. Ended in a very weird way. Yeah, YouTube it. Yeah, we're humans. We're only meant to make mistakes and also adapt. Yes. Adaptation is the greatest thing a human has ever achieved. The fact that we can adapt, I mean, that's our greatest accomplishment. That's our consistency and our adaptation. Because we don't have to be the strongest in nature. We don't have to even be, the fastest. We just have to be consistent. We got to adapt. You know, even like that's how people catch wild animals. Like a gazelle, you can't catch a gazelle. You can't outrun a gazelle in the wild, right? But you can outpace it. You can outpace it because eventually it's going to slow down. You can outpace it, but you can't outrun it. You can't outrun a cheetah, right? You could probably outpace a cheetah, but you can't outrun it. See our greatest achievements. So we gotta play our strengths. What are our strengths? What are your strengths in the market? You gotta focus on what your strengths are. You know, and the way you're gonna do that is look and revise your winning trades and see what they all had in common. So then you can have a better chance to replicate. Because man, you know, one mistake I did was I really honed into my losing trades because I was obsessed with losing less. Like risking 0.5% and just losing less. I was so obsessed with it that I was almost overlooking now my winning trades for a very long time, like quite a few months in. And the problem with focusing on just your losing trades to lose less is the market will always give you a reason for why you lost a trade. And that will give you a lot of analysis paralysis because, as we mentioned, markets are paradoxical, right? You can never have a setup which everybody is going to agree with. So you got to really focus on your winning trades and what makes a winning trade a winning trade. Hey, just pop it in to drop a like. This will be my first, my last time in stream. I'm just taking a bit off a journey. I'm just taking a bit of a journey. See all of y'all around. Best luck to all of you and stay disciplined. Hey, Godspeed, Godspeed. Godspeed, Joshua. Hope that journey, we're gonna pray for you that journey is gonna be a good journey. Actually, not a crazy journey like the guy who walked the earth. You know that guy who walked the earth? He started his journey and he finished it 24 years just walking. He walked the entire earth. And where he couldn't walk, he swam. Which was quite an achievement. And he's recently just finished that walk. Took him about like 24 years. 24, 27 years, something like that. Just walking. Man, this guy has gone from flip phones to iPhones to so many advances in technology on the road. What am I waiting for? I'm waiting for direction because it's coming back into this range. You see, like the plays are working. The entry models in themselves are working, but we're still just not seeing directional bias. See, it's coming back into the gulag. Right over here. You see that little reversal confirmation right here, how it broke above this high and then started reversing to reverse. Start consolidating to reverse. That's kind of what I was anticipating. Could have been a possibility for this one right here too. You see like that how the fractal those market dynamics can be. This is on 5 minute, right? 5 minute broke above, little accumulation, but we didn't break the lows, so price didn't come down. Instead, we broke the highs and then price moved up bullish. So it's like same thing here on the 1 minute. Accumulated, break above, but this time it broke the lows, so price came down. So it spiked here around like 28, 30 pips. Yeah, Joshua's been getting ready for something. I'm not sure what. This guy, every stream, he comes and says, oh, today's chest day. Today is, workout this, workout that. Hey, man's going in the trenches. Getting ready for the trenches. Hey, what's going on here? You know what you gotta do? You gotta work on the oil rigs if you want to make some good money. Good money. Go to Canada and work in the oil rigs. Because Canada's GDP is oil. Right? That's the main GDP. Oil. So you're gonna work in oil factory. I mean, oil rig. You're gonna get paid like six-figure job every year. Every year is like a six-figure job. It's a lot of labor intensive, right? Very labor intensive. So right before COVID, damn, I wish I spent all the lockdown time on the charts. It was a blessing in disguise, right? That whole COVID situation. Yeah, I mean, this is the best time to start now anyway, because you got your own kind of market dynamics going on this year. You had interest rates, you had, Trump and his tariffs and the crazy Bitcoin run, and we got AI and Nvidia. You've had your own experience. Like, that's a market cycle you've experienced, this little bubble of this year's. That was COVID's bubble. We had fisheries happening in the UK, something about the fisheries, and a lot of Boris Johnson news that was affecting the pound yen. Russia geopolitical tensions like have always just been lurking, but yeah, I mean, every year is gonna give you like a different a kind of vibe. This year has been a very nice vibe in the market. I have to say, it's been very nice. Like, I mean, gold did 66% on the year, which was insane. It did better than even the likes of, I think, Nvidia did, which was also just insane. Nvidia is one of the biggest companies right now. It's like worth 2 Amazons. So it's like every year you're gonna have like different kind of like dynamics to learn from. And it's crazy what they say. The guy who predicted the Big Short, the housing market crisis, like the bubble, the guys predicted that AI is a bubble as well, and he sold all his Nvidia stock. It's just crazy because the people who say stuff like this, right? The guys who said the internet was a bubble, the whole internet thing was a bubble. But the difference is who's saying it, because this guy has a track record. He has a good track record. So if he's saying the AI bubble is about to burst, and I think we already also got some people getting out of Nvidia, like other big players. It's kind of like interesting why they say these things. I know Nvidia struggles with data centers. They need a lot more data centers for these AI programs to actually work. Because without the data centers, then it's not possible. But see, we hit about $200. Right over here, it's retest down to like 178. But I think this thing is still in its very young phase. We had the skyrocket. You see, this is like a black swan event right over here. This started from a 2023, January 2023, and since Jan 2023, it's just been skyrocketing. But I don't know. What do you think, Chad? Do you think AI is a bubble? I don't see it. I get stuff like Bitcoin. Like, people say like Bitcoin is a bubble. I believe Bitcoin's a bubble. I don't see the utility in Bitcoin, but AI, man, we can't even go a week without using ChatGPT nowadays. The whole idea is to think less. That's what we like as humans. It's like we like things simple, right? We like to think less and get efficient results by doing less. That's what we like. So I don't know. AI is not going anywhere. I mean, I just don't see it. How else is anything supposed to work? Like, in terms of technological advancements, how else is anything supposed to work? Because algorithms are just algos, right? But AI can be adaptive. It's more adaptive. And that's sometimes what you need is adaptability. Because that's the closest thing you get to a human. It's possible because the advancements in quantum computing, if that bursts up, AI may tank. Yeah, I did have like, yeah, you said that. I was also kind of thinking it. the quantum computing thing could like outshine everything, right? Because AI would be nothing compared to a quantum computer. AI would only serve purposes in like maybe entertainment industries and that sort of thing, but it wouldn't have the, yeah, I think something more like that though. I prefer AI to keep advancing too. I think it's just gonna get more advanced, no reason to fear it, accept it, and integrate it. Quantum computing, damn. Push now, I want my short. Yeah, it's setting up again. There's so many breakouts which are happening today. It's insane. I'm just seeing setup after setup after setup after setup. You got all the setups play out. There was just that one that didn't play out. You just had one right here that failed, but this one played out, this one played out, that one played out up there, and then there's another one right over here too. So you got 1, 2, 3. 3 play out, 1 failed. I'm setting up another one here too. Getting ready. Maybe a little break and retest right over here for the previous accumulation to keep moving up. It's a little break and retest. Little 5-minute range over there. Could an AI integrate quantum computing? That's the thing that I don't fully understand what quantum computing is either. Is it like an AI basically too? Like, I think quantum computing could be like an AI as well, right? So I think it outshines. It's kind of like takes over everything that AI can even do. Quantum computers, like in iRobot. What were those robots using with iRobot and Will Smith? Were they like AI or quantum computers? I'm no expert, but I think if quantum computing and AI mix, it might take an island of nuclear reactors to power it. Oh, now look at this. It's breaking the highs here. Let's see if it can keep moving up. Can you keep on running? It's got a 8 SMA right underneath it as well. So it got like a bit of volume boost from that. I'm still personally waiting over here. I'm just calling out. If you take it, you take it. But I'm just waiting. I'm just waiting. If you're a good trader, you can make $1 million from Bitcoin. That's a good opportunity for everyone. Oh, I don't know about that. If you're a good trader, you can make money from anything, not just Bitcoin. Because Bitcoin, is there a difference? If you look at the way we analyze Bitcoin over here, I analyze the same exact way that I would analyze any other instrument. Right? Any other instrument. Look at this. It came and fulfilled our targets. Little accumulation reversal play. Remember that thing that I also just mentioned right now? This was this reversal accumulation play on Bitcoin. Right over there. So that's what I was speaking about. These confluences that I use on a day-to-day basis, they work on all instruments. So if you're a good trader, you're a good trader in general. Period. There's no difference between Bitcoin, Nvidia, Apple, Alphabet. Like, they all move the same way. If you're a good trader, you're a good trader. There's a little breakout over here. It's pushed about 11 pips. It's trying to fill this little zone on the left-hand side, maybe towards like 40.74. If you're a good trader. You know, the thing is, I trade on the 1 minute time frame, and I imagine a lot of scalpers would take a lot more trades than I do. Like people who hyper scalp, because I get a lot of entry confirmations. You know, they could probably get a lot of trades in a day. I got a lot of trades, but I just like to take 2 to 3 trades a day. That's it. That's all that I need to facilitate what needs to be facilitated. Oh wow, look at this, 20 pips now. Still filling this range up over here. So you see that little thing that I explained on Bitcoin as well? It's happening here too. Like little reversal play. You can invert the scale if you want. Boom, boom, boom. Same thing. You can like get a little inversion going on here. to a little break of structure, and then you got your reversal confirmation signal to come down, fill up that range. Simple. Back to back. Focus on a concept, master the concepts in and out, and then stick with that concept. That's how you make consistent gains. But once you start strategy hopping and you start to, like, you know, try this and that, you don't have that level of flow and understanding that you should have if you just focus on one thing, one concept. You gotta lock in. People don't lock in enough and then blame results on anybody else. You know, you just gotta lock in. Yeah, brother, my trading went to the next level with you, and that's why I'm confident to put 20 lot size on Bitcoin now. Holy. Uh, 20 lot. Can you use a 20 lot? I don't think I can get up to a 20 lot, but I can increase my lot whilst reducing risk on my first position, like we did in the simulation, the last trade that we took on the weekend. How we scaled into that trade. I could increase and push my lot like that, but kind of reducing the lot on the first trade. But it's the same lot, but reduce the risk on the first trade, and then you scale in another lot. That's the only way. Like little fill of the range over there. Now it's getting a bit of profit taking from that, a 23 pip move. So that's a fourth move that's played out now. We got one failed and four played out. One fail. 1, 2, 3, 4. Four played out, one failed. Because we're just waiting, because man, gold is not moving anywhere. Look at that daily. It's trying to like reject the zone, because you can see there's rejection wicks right here. You got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 rejection wicks. And it's still trying to move up. It's still trying to move up. It's already struggling with it. Struggling with it. So you got any done for the day? Dun-dun-dun. Touch some grass. I need like some grass on my table here so I can touch some more grass. Grass scented soap. Smell like a new lawn in the morning. Get the grass scented soap. Out now in all major retail stores next to you. Only 0.99 cents to smell like a fresh lawn. Get it while stocks last. What time is it in your country? This is Eastern time, and my country is about like 12:40 right now. So I'm about to go and have lunch. I'm about to go and have some lunch soon. Because I don't know, like gold is consolidating here. I'm gonna give it like another hour. ChatGPT give me high key levels, a lot of, especially. Oh yeah, ChatGPT analysis. Confluence. They should integrate AI into TradingView. That's one thing that I've seen. I have not seen enough of that yet. The only thing on TradingView AI that we have is Zoli, and that's just about it. But they're really missing on AI integration here. You got Black Friday, guys. You can get like 80% off if you don't have a TradingView subscription yet. You can ask Zoli, will gold trend towards plus 0.40% in the next hour? Let's see what it says. Shuffling. And now we gotta pick a few cards here. And this says the hour ahead leans towards a yes. Oh, nice. But trade carefully as volatility dances nearby. I haven't caught... oh, this is a Taylor Swift card. I haven't seen the Taylor Swift card here in a while. Taylor Swift. She's got like the biggest diehard audience of like, man, I think she's just as big as, if not even, but maybe even bigger than Beyonce. Yeah, Beyonce is on another level. She got a whole church. You can go to Beyonce church and go and worship Beyonce. Stop touching Taylor like that with your mouse. Hey, calm down. Have you seen the beef between Raja Banks and Rizm? Oh no, I haven't. What's going on there? Oh, I saw an interview once he slapped the microphone, but that was a while ago. He was like, "Come on, man, stop asking me these questions." Words of Rizm was like, "Do you fake your trades, Raja, because you have your own broker?" And it's like, come on, man. You should know better than that. You know, these podcasters, they gotta throw softballs, you know, because if they throw softballs, then people are more willing to go on their podcast. But if you're gonna go on a podcast and you know this guy is gonna, you know, ask you these kind of questions, you don't want to go on the podcast. So for podcasters, it's a very delicate procedure when dealing with very delicate egos, because now the ego will come out more in an environment like that. So you have to approach it very carefully, that you can ask the questions that the people want to know, but at the same time know how to ask that question. You gotta restructure it so you don't get faked out. You know, sometimes it's just the way you say things. I'm working on doing that integration on my PC, ChatGPT plus TradingView. Just need to do some coding today and I will start that. Some part is already done. Oh. Are you using... The only thing I know is the scripts, Pine Editor. You just go on your Pine Editor here and then create indicators. That's as far as ChatGPT and TradingView integration go. Raja called him a snake because he profited from him. Raja said that he basically boosted his visibility thanks to the podcast, and the Riz is untrustworthy. I mean, we can just come to the bottom of that. It's very simple. All that we gotta do is go onto YouTube, Words of Wisdom, go on his channel, open this up over here. Let's go on his videos, popular videos, and Raja's podcast is not even the top 10. Da 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 da. No. You got a... Hey, where is it? Maybe this is not the channel. Wait, maybe the... Oh, did he take down the video or something? Or is there another channel that he owns? I think maybe there's another channel. Oh, he took down the video? Did he actually take down a video? Yeah, because it would be on this, right? It would be on the Words of Wisdom channel, isn't it? So he took down the Raja Banks podcast that they did. Oh, this beef is got some egos here, some emotions getting hurt. Some people's feelings, you know. This is how people block people on Instagram. Gonna hurt your feelings, then you're gonna block them. Damn, Daniel. It's taken down. Do. Just me, like I'm talking like this. He deleted it. I think that's the reason for the beef. He took down many videos of scammers interviewed. Not really. There's someone in there who's still up that I saw them blow an account live. But people didn't, I don't think people noticed what happened. I'm not gonna mention any names, but you know, in my spare time, I kind of like watching live streamers a bit and like just seeing how they trade and what kind of entries that they take and that sort of thing. Because for me personally, I'm always learning, right? I never reach a ceiling. Even in my own trading, I never let anything affect my trading, but at the same time, I never allow myself to reach a ceiling. I think of myself as a professional athlete. You know, a professional athlete, whether you're a video game player, you're playing in esports or an NBA player, it doesn't matter at what point of your career that you think you are, you're always watching and seeing how other people play in your field. It doesn't matter, like Tiger Woods still watches other people. You know, you're always still learning from other people, seeing how other people's techniques are, how they're developing. And, you know, you want to always stay on par with how people are also perceiving the market, in a sense, if there's maybe something that you can learn from it. So one time I was watching one of these live streamers and I watched them live blow an account. Like, it got the notification and everything. Then I'm like, holy shit, they just blew an account. And then like nobody in the chat freaking realized. I'm like, how the hell is this chat watching this? Are they even watching this? Or what's going on here? Like, the notification came on. And then the stream ended and I tried to refresh the page and the stream was loading. So the person cut out that part that blew their account. And then when the stream finished editing and I rewatched it, there was like a skip from the point that blew their account to the end of the stream. So they removed that whole section. And man, the whole chat didn't even realize it. I was like, holy, like, what are people doing? And those are like a smart money. That was a smart money community. These are the people who talk about, oh, your stop loss, my liquidity. And they're so brown nose about everything. That was a smart money community. So I guess they're not so smart. So I was like, yeah, man, these things are always kind of reminding me that I should never be influenced by other people. Because, you know, at the end of the day, this is a joke me and my friend used to say in university. It was like, we used to say that people aren't shit in a way to say that the way people may seem to you, that they're super intelligent or what, this and that, it should never influence you. You know, because you'll be surprised that people aren't shit like in reality. So you must just focus on yourself and get things done. Because, you know, a lot of us, sometimes we get influenced by things. We can see a guy with a nice car, we can go to a nice hotel, a nice restaurant, and we get influenced by the environment, you know, like, oh wow, these people are like quite fancy and whatnot, right? But I always remember, people are not like, they're not as big as they can make it seem to be. So just always be yourself, always be, you know, your natural self in whatever setting that you are, and never let anything like kind of derail your progress as well. Just stay in your own lane, take things at your own pace. Because sometimes like social media can also make you feel like rushing things. You might feel like rushing. But you'll be surprised. These people you're trying to replicate who are rushing, heck, they might be blowing accounts secretly like the one I just explained to you. You know, so you take your time. You take your time. Take your time, but know you ain't got time to waste. But you want to move correctly. Don't want to move fast. You don't want to chase trends. Oh wow, look at this little liquidity grab down here. Liquidity grab, consolidation. It's prepping the next consolidation here. This is gonna be the fifth one. Let's see if the fifth one is a banger. It's kind of big one there. It's like, oh wait, please don't spam the chat. I don't know what you're writing over here, but you have to win a trade always that we never see how. Wait, I'm not gonna read that comment, and I'm gonna put you in a spam timeout here, so there's no point even spamming, because A, I wouldn't read the comment, B, you'll be put in the timeout, so don't spam. Just write it normally and I'll read it. Are you gonna buy two? Nice liquidity spike. I got some people locked in here. You got some people locked in. Look at this. Stop loss to break even already. Never let anything influence you. Dun, 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 dun. That's why I love Elon Musk, man. Elon Musk's such a simple guy. I love people with money who are simple and down to earth. Like, don't have to show off nothing. Elon Musk cuts his own hair. He wears like these simple clothes. Like, that's the kind of person that I am, you know. I never show off, and I don't like even showing off and stuff like that. I don't like, and like when it comes to manners and stuff, it's always good to have manners, but at the same time, I always just feel like being genuine is always the best approach to things, because people can call out bullshit as well. You know, a lot of the time we always trying to pretend to be somebody else. It's something a lot. Jim Carrey also talks about this a lot. Just be a natural self and just let the fact that you're trying to get 1% better each day like be your guiding compass in everything that you do. Vic, could you please take a look at NASDAQ? See, NAS 100. Yeah, let's see. Daily. Daily's got a gap here. NAS got a gap on the daily on market open. 4 hour. Oh, 4 hour has a really nice range from here to here. It's about like pretty good range for price to move up there. 1 hour is accumulating. This could be a liquidity grab on NAS. Right over here, especially if it pulls up, man. If you're okay with missing a sell and then you see this actually end up being a liquidity grab, I think that's gonna be really nice confluence, because NAS is something that overall, generally speaking, moves bullish, right? It generally speaking moves bullish. The daily saying is up 0.36%, but it's kind of weird because NAS has a market open gap over there, but I think that'll be a nice confluence. Still sweep of the lows to re-break the highs. You also got small little accumulation right here too, so that could be a potential fake out here on NAS to break the highs to keep filling this clean traffic. You see, this is like breadcrumbs on the left hand side over here for NAS to keep moving up bullish. Facts, brother. NAS 100 want to go up. Just watch for the liquidity grab. You know who I'm talking about? Do you? Just write in the chat if you think you know who I'm talking about. Let me see. I wouldn't confirm or deny, but let me just see if you get it right. Just try to take a guess, because I found that insane. There were like fucking 2,000 people watching. I was like, did you just see that account get blown? Am I the only one who saw that? I think like the thing is like people are gonna watch those things for different reasons, right? I think there's a different reason that that stream is being watched. People don't always go for education. Sometimes they got like other purposes in mind. But I'm never gonna mention names. I'm never gonna mention names. I don't want to mention no names. Aman, thank you for the sub. I appreciate it. Yeah, it's a big streamer. 2,000 people. And it's an ICT streamer too. But you know, that could be, it's pretty vague. It's pretty vague. That's like 80% of YouTube. Hold on, looking at my history right now. Oh, then you don't know, sir. You don't know. Let's see if this thing actually breaks the highs and it skyrockets by 40.74 over there. Up like 0.20%. You don't know it. Only I know it. Yes, no, maybe. I don't know. Could you repeat that question? You're not the boss of me now. I closed mine at 20 pips day for me. It's closed. Got oh nice. Daily objective here has been met. I'm already past my daily objective, but I still want to take another trade. Yeah, that's the show right here. Breaking Bad, man. This guy is such a good actor. Malcolm's dad. Forgot what's his real name. Eisenhower. Bryan Cranston is a fucking legend. And he's got that tequila company as well with the same guy from Breaking Bad. They sell that tequila, that tequila brand. These actors usually have these really big roles, and it's hard for them to grow past that. Like you see, like Malcolm, the guy who played Malcolm in the Middle. It's hard. Oh, the break. Oh, there it is. That's a fifth one that's playing out over here. Let's go. Whoa, Lee. Holy, 30 pips. 30 pips. So how many of those we've called on stream? I don't know if y'all are just waiting for me to take positions. I've made my daily quota for the day, so I'm okay with waiting a bit longer. So we call this one L. We call this one W. We call this one W. There's this one here that played out. Broke the lows, not the highs. W. Reversal confirmation if it didn't secure profits. You'd reduce risk by quite significantly from here to here. Basically a break even if you did not secure anything on that move that pushed 30 pips. And then you have this other one over here, W, right here, that break right here. Then you got this big one right here, W. Come on now, stop playing with me. Stop playing with TFX concepts. All you gotta do is wait. And I'm still waiting. I don't mind missing moves. For me, that's okay because I know the market is abundant of moves. I function from a position of abundance. You know, you have to have an abundant mindset. When you have an abundant mindset, you get more. You know, you get more. All right, 0.20%. This is really nice. It's slowly trickling up. slowly but surely trickling up. Yeah, what was I saying? Like this Malcolm guy couldn't outgrow that role that he played. Just the same way as the guy from Everybody Hates Chris. That main guy, Chris, he couldn't outgrow the show. Everybody Hates Chris. But the other ones did, like Terry Crews and Bryan Cranston. But these other actors, man, it's like a one-hit thing. Even I think like Hannah Montana, she only was a good singer, but that was the only show that she could ever do. Just right timing and right place at the right time. Is that an order block at 4080? I think even like Joey, the guy from Joey as well. Joey was such a nice series. But you wouldn't see him in anything else. Or like Taylor Lautner from Twilight. Guy could only do Twilight, man. After Twilight, all his other movies were shit. Complete garbage. Yeah, like 4080. 4080 here is like 61 pips away. Oh, you said 4080 is an order block? Yeah, I got a range here of like, 100 pips. I got a 100 pip range once it breaks above 4077 over there. I always got like 4080. I mean, it's a target. It's gonna distribute. It's still trying to push from this region right over here. It's trying to distribute up. I wish we would just like get up there already so I can take a buy. Because I also want to show to you that you shouldn't feel like markets are overextended or you're buying too late. Because even if price moves up here, market can still keep moving up and moving up too. So it's just like that foresight, of understanding where the daily time frame is and what it's capable of. Then also that's a trick that I use to help my patients too. Because if we were up right now, let's say 1 or 1.50, 2%, then it's kind of gonna get riskier for you to look for continuations. Like, how's it going with you? I haven't watched your stream in a very long time. You are the greatest. Thank you, man. I appreciate that comment. You're doing pretty well. Very locked in now and gonna be super consistent as the year comes to a close here. I always like pushing December months. Usually when people are gonna take breaks for December, I like to go a bit hard. So throughout now towards the end of December. Take it to the limit. Daily bias, that's a good reversal. It's struggling. It's like it's moving up, but it's moving so slow. Why you didn't respond, bro, to these answers? Which answers? Just trail in profit, stop setting stop loss, and when your trades and just cut it off. Wait. Frankie Muniz, Malcolm. Actually had memory loss and can't even remember filming Malcolm in the middle. Oh, that's crazy. That's like the guy from the kid from Home Alone. It's approaching the December holidays. That's one of the movies which get the most views during the December holidays, Home Alone. And that kid for Home Alone, he says he can't even remember making those movies and stuff, because when you're a kid and you look back at it, it's like the money that you earned when you're younger and now you've grown old enough to get that money. It's like you felt like somebody else worked for that money. That's what he explains it as. Because, you know, as a kid, when you're making money like that in the industry, they're going to keep the money for you until you get of age to access the money, which is kind of cool, right? It's like you got to live two lives. You got to have one version of yourself who's like a slave who makes the money. And then when you get older, you can't even remember. You can't remember even putting in any of that work, really. Then you just get paid. Didn't the Home Alone actor have a bad period with substance abuse? No idea. Home Alone. Hey chat, what's your favorite Christmas time movie? What's that movie or that show that you watch usually on Christmas every time? You got one? What's that thing that y'all watch? I know Home Alone is a pretty big one. I love Home Alone. Like there's some movies with this Terminator guy. This Christmas movie, the Terminator. There's Elf. I'm hip, brother. I see we both know the same thing with that. Die Hard, 1, 2, 3. Die Hard. Christmas movie. Let's see. Die Hard. Oh, Die Hard. This guy. This is the Bruce Willis. This guy got like dementia or something. Also, Bruce Willis forgot about his movies. Bruce Willis forgot his Bruce Willis. Kind of sad. Final Destination. Holy. Yeah, the new one was pretty like decent. Jingle All the Way. Arnold Schwarzenegger. Yes. Classic, classic, classic. That's a classic. Oh, he saves the tower on Xmas, thus it's an undebatable Xmas movie. Yeah, this thing is super rangy here today. Yeah, when's the last time we took like an entry based off a different time frame? No, like 1 and 5 minute. Or we took a 15-minute play. That was in February 2024. The last time I took a trade off a 15-minute play. February 22nd. The last time I took a trade off a higher time frame. For me, those are higher time frames, like the 15 and above. They might as well be higher time frames. Can you kindly explain in short your trading process and entry models. Oh, just watch yesterday's simulation. I think that would be the best way for you to get that answer, or just be tuning into the live streams. So I'll send you a link. Oh, Alex FX. Lol, he blowing? No, not even. See, you don't know who it is. What do you consider a swing trading? Holding a trade for maybe a day would be like a swing trade. So if you took a buy today, let's see, you got the sniper entries right here during a pre-London session. That would be like, this would be like a swing trade. Pretty big stop. For me, a swing trade is also like a big stop loss. Most swing traders are gonna do something like this, have a really big stop loss, and they could still catch the same risk to reward that we catch on even just a trade that can last us even 20 minutes. But for them, it will take them the whole day, and then that's a swing trade. So like that, and then like come up. Is it possible to get this Google Doc? Yeah, just go on my go in the description. After the stream, I'm gonna give you the access, but just go on the description. It's called free journal. Then you're gonna get it. I'll make you into a viewer, and once you become a viewer, you can go on file and copy. File, copy, and paste. Yeah, we're gearing up, chat. We're gearing up. 0.30%. Need 10 more percent. 10 more percent. Bumpy. I think I'll cash the last buy at this point. Before we head into pre New York hourly candle there. That's gonna be that 6 a.m. Why did you stop trading, GJ? Low volume. She a runner, she a track star. Can you hear that on Discord? It should play it. Yeah. Sorry, I knew it. I knew it. That scared the shit out of some people. It sounds pretty damn loud on Discord. That's the thing with... That's the thing. I got soundboard volume here set all the way down to like 10%. But that's the thing with Zoom and Discord. You can't control, for some weird reason, you cannot control the output audio of like if there's music playing or effects and that sort of thing. Even if I get the option here on Discord, it's still freaking loud. How come I'm not trading indices? Your concepts apply perfectly to NAS. Oh man, they're gonna apply to everything. My concepts. You can trade on anything. But you see, just because it doesn't mean you have to trade everything. Because I'm only looking for 2 or 3 trades a day. And for me, gold is bay. I love gold. So I think with gold, I have a good psychology with gold. And why would I waste 3 months watching Nas to build a psychology with Nas when I could be using those same 3 months to trade gold and make money on gold? You know, because if the thing is, you know, when you're gonna focus on 2 things at a time, you're just worse at both things. It's the same way if you're driving a car and on your phone. You're just bad at texting and you're bad at driving. So, you know, sometimes it just helps you to focus on like one thing. It's gonna sell until New York comes. Yeah, it's like really struggling to get up to a trending environment because gold is not in a trending environment right now. It's like you can catch some moves, but that flow is not there. See, it's come back into the gulag. What strategy are you using? TFX concepts. This is just the way I trade markets. You're gonna find similarities between my trading style and maybe some other people's, but I feel like there's a very unique way in which we trade the markets, right, guys? A very unique and precise way. Even if you look at that simulation yesterday, even with that example of that 16 pip stop loss that we had, nearly got stopped out by like 0.5 pips. It's like very precise kind of like special requirements that we're looking for. But just to break it down for you, what I like to see most of the time is at least clean ranges like this. Clean ranges, clean ranges. Because if I get like clean ranges, then for me, that's always showing me a good sign of where price can go next. Because those ranges, whatever they're going to be, like a candle come down, it's creating breadcrumbs. So again, when we start to move upwards, you get your confirmations, and then those are like the breadcrumbs. They get certain levels like magnets. It's a whole reason behind even why this morning's trade was such a good trade, and the way it ran was because of those clean ranges. You see like this? Look at that clean range that just got filled up like a magnet. It's like a magnet right over here. Because I think it's like a magnet. It's like a magnet. Like even watch yesterday's simulation, then you're going to see as well. Oh, if you're new to trading, Gbpjpy's a good place to start. Nice. Yeah, Gbpjpy is a good place to start. Gbpjpy. Gotta take some baby steps and then you're gonna take other steps. Nobody likes Gbpjpy. That's the thing with Gbpjpy. I've never heard of a trader actually go through Gbpjpy. Never. Because, you know, why would you when you got YouTube University, right? Gbpjpy is the most unfun thing to go through when you have YouTube University. But it's like the most free and structured course that you can get. I did, but never finished it. I knew about it, but I didn't want to go through it because I would have rather at the time bought a course from somebody actually doing it than just on Gbpjpy. Because I felt like Gbpjpy was more of like, what's a lot size, what's a forex market, some kind of chart patterns, etc. But like I want to like learn a strategy and how to make money and psychology, and you can't get that on Gbpjpy, right? You can only get that through like a course and having somebody actually explain to you and walk you through setups. So the problem is like it's not visually stimulating, and you know trading is all visuals. So, you know, like the way we've been just sitting here all day and we've just been visually anticipating all of these moves in our mind's eye. Like bada bada ba bing, bada boom right here, come back down, bada bing, then it broke the other one right here, bada boom. It's like clockwork, right? It's like clockwork. So every day you're just watching the charts and just seeing how it acts. on certain zones. Like this whole process of just like watching candles print like this, and then say, oh wow, look at that, volume came in. Why did volume come in there, and how could I have caught that move? And you see, oh man, this thing just kept pushing. Okay, so if I miss that move, how could I have caught the next move? Oh, small little inverted head and shoulders there on the 1 minute, but not the cleanest setup, that is. Little accumulation here. This is the one that faked out. It broke above the highs and then it struggled, and it didn't give a risk management on this one as well. It just came straight down. It took out these lows, and then you got that next one right here. So that next one gear up like this, then boom. So one I think Ricardo took as well, and then it came down and then retrace, and then it came up, broke. Look at that volume, how it came in once it broke those highs on that 5 minute accumulation right over here, and then distributed upwards. And it's like every single day you're just like imprinting this, you're just imprinting the flows. Like look at that flow right down over here from the break of these lows, the distribution, this accumulation right there, and you're just imprinting these flows. Look at that, boom, another one filled up the range. How it moves up, fills up the ranges, comes back down, boom, same break happened right over here again. Aggressive break from that 5 minute. You can see on the 5 minute accumulation, little break above here. That was about a, how much should we say it was, like 27 pips. And like constantly just doing that, constantly every single day. Then at the end of the day, you're gonna back test the day and then look and see how you're gonna catch those moves now in real time. I spent multiple hours wrapping my head around calculating lot size from the numbers, then found out there was a lot size calculator. Yeah, let's see. Yeah, that's the one. But if you see on the 1 minute, the movement of the candle, you will see the volume of the buys slow down, big push up in 2 seconds, clean seller effort. It was a good one. It was a good move. It was a good move. I don't think there's like necessarily so much of a bad trade if you made money from it. You know, you just don't want to have that become a habit. That's the only thing. You know, if you're going to have a trade that makes you money, I wouldn't call it a bad trade, because, you know, sometimes a trader needs to trust their gut. Sometimes you got to trust your gut, and then take a certain position. Like sometimes I don't also follow my rules like 100%. You know, I still make money from the moves because from experience and trusting your gut. But you don't typically want to do that to be consistent. You want to have a trading plan. That's why I think there's never really like a bad trade. You know, some traders are just gonna have like different risk perspective on the risk. What MA are you using, bro? 50 and 8. Man, I filled up on a few pages doing math problems for nothing. Now my MT5SL gets dragged and I adjust the lot size based on the value of the line. Man, you are doing a lot of work there, sir. Yeah, now imagine doing all of that when you actually have to take a position. You know, that's why sometimes you're going to use a fixed lot size. You put your fixed lot size to like 16 pips. And then, you know, if the setup is going to be within 16 pips, awesome. If it's super tight, then you can adjust the stop. Like if you got 1% at 16 pips, right, and you got a super tight stop loss and using fixed lot sizes, you can increase the lot, because you know maybe you're gonna have a 7 pip stop loss, so you can like have an idea of that range when you're using fixed lots, and you don't have to change it as often. Where can I watch your simulations? On YouTube and in the WOP database, in the exclusive community. Most of them are in the WOP database, but we have a good amount on YouTube as well. So if you go on my channel, you can go over to this section right over here, which says Gold Trading Masterclass. You see live goal simulations to help you train your reactions, read market structure, and execute. So I did one yesterday, made about, like 13% here. We risked 2% per trade. And I think it was, a pretty good simulation we did. Looking at the news. And we actually missed quite a few trades there too. Just the same way like today, like how we did the simulation. Remember, we missed so many of these trades in the beginning. Like even this one, for example. We like planned everything out, but we didn't take it. Just waiting for confirmations that we're going to feel confident about. Just the same thing that I'm doing right now. That's why, the simulation is so important. It's the same thing that we do. We just wait and then get our entry confirmations later. Love your YT streaming. Thank you. Thank you. Goldie is really struggling. The daily is about to flip again. Just gotta push down like 13 more pips. It's not Kalisto FX because he never live trades. Trying to figure it out. Yep. It's a bit of a doozy. Do you think there are trading bots that are genuinely profitable? Yes, like the ones that banks use. The ones that banks use are just there to facilitate the flow of money because money never stops. It's like a river. So those ones could work. They spend a lot of money on those too. But maybe they're serving like a specific purpose. Because the human can't always be on the charts, but money can't stop. Do you think there are... Yeah, but my daily bias has flipped at 40.71. How funny these brokers are. Yeah, the brokers are going to have different prices sometimes. That's true. I used to struggle with this a lot by focusing on my broker's chart and the trading view chart. It's nice to have them line up, but it's always creating like an additional layer of something going wrong. And then that could make you miss a move or mismanage your trade. So I just would recommend focusing on just the trading view chart. Focus on the chart that you do analysis on more than anything else, because the terminals are just there to help you execute, get in and out of the market, correct? But you want to do major analysis on the TradingView app. It's a little bit more consistent. And FXCM is a good broker for that too. Sometimes you're gonna set a stop loss. Stop loss will get hit on your broker. But where you're doing your analysis, where you're doing your back testing, forward testing, everything, you're gonna see stop loss didn't get hit. So those are the things you're gonna avoid. That's the worst thing. Getting prematurely taken out of a trade that you should have won. So trade comes like this, stops you out on the broker, but on the trading view, you're still in. That's the worst way, because that should have technically been a W, right? It should have been a dubs, but just because of some technical difficulties, they got an L. So those are small things that people learn through their journey of trading. Now the only question is, can you adapt to that so that mistake is not going to be made next time? Because it will happen again. That's a funny thing about trading. Like literally, it will happen again. Whatever bad habit that you have or whatever it is, it's going to happen again. Just the same way as good habits. You got good habits for making money, then it's going to happen again. Very weaky, very volatile. Yeah, daily is 0.07. That reminds me to ask my cousin about his friend's court case. The FCA taking him to court because of the knot he built. Because the knot he built made crazy money? See if it actually gives that reversal play here. See it from this region. High broke above. And then it's doing this. Potentially to come back down again. So that will become the reversal accumulation to come back down. Just the same way when we had this one right over here to go up. So it's like Stranger Things, right? When they go what is it called? The underworld. The underworld. So trading is also like, it's got the inversions. Got the underworld. Was there any clean range though on the 5 minute? Got a small speed bump here by 4063. Got some nice range on the 15. Maybe the 30's cleaner. Oh yeah, the 30's got some pullbacks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 bullish candles. That means that I'll try like small liquidity grab here too. But it's got nice range. It's got some SMAs to get through over here. That's the 8 SMA catching up. You got the SMA crossover too. In terms of directional bias, I still think there's a pretty good chance that gold moves up for the rest of the day here. Just mainly due to these daily wicks. That's kind of what I would want to see, but there is a bit of indecision on the higher time frames. The lower time frames trades are playing out quite nicely. Just execute on them. You know, it's very difficult also not to overtrade, because when you see them play out like that, you kind of feel like you're gonna take every one, right? But it's very difficult to not overtrade. But you gotta not overtrade. Because if you're going to take a lot of wins like this on a day like this, in the long run, it's not always going to give you more wins. Excuse me. Checking. 1, 2. Now's it's still kind of gearing up on that reversal too. See how it's struggling, how it broke below the support. I reckon NAS is gonna skyrocket for the day as well. Here to fill some of this range. One second. All right, guys. I think that let me leave you all with some analysis, I guess. Let's see what we got over here. 30-minute. Man, this is that range on the 30 that I'm looking. Oh, I would have loved to see price get through the zone. So that's kind of what I've been waiting for. As you know, we've been kind of spiking and flirting with 40.76. So that's what I want to see. I want to see us like kind of break this area. Would be nice to see. For price to keep pushing upwards, I think that's what it's trying to do. Maybe it's trying to get these orders, because I'm looking at the daily, and those daily rejection wicks still quite standing out to me. It's quite important areas over there. Yeah, let's see. 31 hour. We're trading above our SMAs. 30-minute SMAs there too. 5-minute create like a little support like this. Yeah, I'm gonna wait a little bit now, because it's like 15 minutes towards pre-New York. So I'm gonna wait at least until that pre-New York session time to see what the market does, like if the structure can change or anything like that. So that's gonna be 2 hours before NY session opens up, because this 5 a.m. Eastern candle is usually kind of dead. So yeah, that's the next play. Let's just see what the market does. You know, maybe it's gonna shift direction over here, because it's really important. The way price moves here from pre-London into London open, we're gonna get a better sense here as we're heading into pre-New York what to expect from price, whether we're gonna keep moving upwards or it's gonna roll over. But just keep your eyes out for resistance here by 40.75, because I think like once we get through this resistance, man, price has that beautiful range to fill. It's like 131 pips above that zone. But hey, I hope you all enjoyed the stream, and I will see you tomorrow for London. Adios.